It's my pleasure to welcome a dear friend of Russian community, Jewish community, dear friend of mine, Ronn Torossian.
I'm proud to be the chairman of the American Friends of Duvdevan. For those who don't know, Duvdevan is the real life Fauda. If you've seen the amazing TV show Fauda on Netflix, it is based upon the Duvdevan unit. This is a elite fighting unit of the Israel Defense Forces. Their primary job is to go undercover in difficult places inside Israel, inside the West Bank, and protect the people of Israel, whether it is capturing wanted terrorists, whether it is protecting and securing different communities. They do front of the line military work, special unit work in the Israel Defense Forces. And the Duvdevan Foundation exists to help both active soldiers in the unit, veterans of the unit, family members of the unit who might have lost somebody. And the Duvdevan Foundation is an active supporter of the people in the Duvdevan Foundation in the Duvdevan family.
So Duvdevan are the special unit soldiers that actually put their lives on the line, willing to sacrifice their lives for the safety and security of Israel.
The things that the things that the guys and girls from the Duvdevan unit do is simply amazing. These are people that go out on the front lines in the most dangerous things that we can imagine, from capturing wanted terrorists to protecting communities. These are often the first people that, whenever we hear about a terrorist unit, these guys go and capture the terrorists responsible for killing innocent Israelis. They get out of bed, they go from their unit, they go from wherever they are, oftentimes undercover. This is a unit that often dresses up as Arabs to capture wanted people. They go into the most dangerous places and they do things that most of us only see in movies, to really go and do things to protect the people of Israel. And, for me as an American Jew, for me as an American that cares deeply about the safety of the state of Israel, I think it's our duty, it's our privilege to be able to help those who are protecting the lives of Israelis, those who are protecting the lives of the Jewish state. It's our duty and our obligation to help them. And that's why we're now holding a fundraiser we do everything from scholarships to mentoring programs. So these are people that serve sometimes 5, 10, 15 years in the Army and then get out of the Army at the age of 30 something without any real job possibilities. So one of the things that the Duvdevan Foundation does is provide mentoring and career training for people that have done heroic things. We do scholarship programs. So after people serve many years in the unit, they might have a chance to go on and get an education. We do networking programs where they have the opportunity to meet successful people. And so, our job, the Duvdevan Foundation, exists to raise money to help both active fighters in the Duvdevan unit, family members, and veterans of Duvdevan.
I understand that also some paid the ultimate price and lost their lives.
Yes, there have been, unfortunately, people who have lost their life in the unit. Unfortunately, it's a fact of life that in, Israel and the Israel Defense Forces, some pay the ultimate price, and it's horrible and it's awful. And so, yes, we hold special PTSD training and memorials for the families. And, one of the things the Duvdevan Foundation does is continue to provide help for the families who have lost people in the unit, who have lost members of their families in the unit.
And despite obvious dangers, these are only units that not only accept volunteers, it's like in the Soviet army that everybody was drafted, but you actually have to pass vigorous testing to be accepted there.
Yes, so to get into Duvdevan, which is a special fighting unit, it's in addition to, getting the Israel Defense Forces, of course, every Israeli citizen goes into, but to go into Duvdevan, yes, there's special training, physical training, military, mental training. And I have to tell you, I've met and become close to many of the heroes for me who are in the Duvdevan unit. These are really just special, amazing people that devote their life to doing things that, again, I've said before, but I'll say again, it's things that most of us only see in movies, the heroic thing that these guys do. And for those of you not yet, very familiar with Duvdevan, I would suggest that you go watch the show Fauda. If you haven't seen Fauda, it's a award-winning TV show on Netflix. And, many of us are watching too much TV during this quarantine time. But if you haven't yet seen Fauda, go see Fauda. It is based on this unit. So from going undercover in Arab villages to going out and capturing people to middle of the night units to capture Hamas members, the things that these guys and girls do is just absolutely amazing, heroic. And so the Duvdevan Foundation gives scholarships. We hold memorial programs. We have educational programs. Of course, everything is in the state of Israel. Every penny that we raise in the United States goes directly to Israel. And it's even more so now because, generally what these people do, what we do is we bring programs and speakers here to the US. And obviously now with what's going on in the world, they can't travel here and fundraise. And we're in a drastic time that we need to raise money now before the school year starts, now before the Jewish holidays, to really do all we can to ensure that the heroes of Duvdevan are getting scholarships, are getting educational programs, that we're helping family members of people who have been wounded, psychological training for some of the people. Again, these people go undercover and they pose in Arab villages. When you come out after fighting, you need help. And you need psychiatric help. You need to talk to people. You need to know that, what you've done is very important, but also that you can continue on with a life. So these are things that Duvdevan Foundation does, and I'm blessed to have met these guys. I'm blessed to be involved with them, and any help that the Rage community can provide would be greatly appreciated. Rage is a special, amazing, great organization that I, have been a part of for many, many, many years, and I think Rage is amazing. And so any help that Ragers can give to the Duvdevan Foundation is very appreciated.
I want to thank you, Ron, so much for providing us this opportunity. First of all, for me personally, it's really in my heart. Two of my sons not only served, but one of them is serving in a special unit and went through rigorous training right now on the Gaza Strip border, protecting Israel. My son-in-law fought in a very special unit as well. Number of Rage alumni, Rage students actually was so inspired, and they went to serve in the IDF, they went to serve in the army. So for all of us who are not actually serving in person, we still can support these heroes who are willing to sacrifice their lives, and we can sacrifice a bit and support this organization. I want to thank you so much, and looking forward to share many more great occasions and happy occasions and support this wonderful organization, Duvdevan Foundation. We will post the link in the comment. Thank you so much, Ron. All the best to you.
Thank you
for this privilege and opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you.